that's good. Thank you. Cheers, Adam. Thank you, Chair. Jeremy showed me his bike last night. 10 gears. Really fast. Great. Saddle looks a bit sharp. Ooh. Thursday, 21st of June, 2018, and live till 5. It's The Big Show.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Everybody else doing, just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. Am I tripping for having a vision? My prediction, I'ma be on top of the world. Don't look back, always do what you decide. Don't let them control your life, that's just how I feel. Oh, fight for yours, so don't let go. Don't let them compare, you know. Don't worry, you're not alone, that's just how we feel. Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Oh, yeah. Oh, now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? Oh, yeah. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real?
Whenever I hear this, I think he's straining a bit. And I'm having the veins on his neck aren't throbbing too much.
I can't see.
I hate that throbbing veins, don't you?
That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel.
He's straining, isn't he?
That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see.
Nico and Vince, am I wrong? No, you're not.
So am I wrong?
You can email us through the afternoon, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Love to hear from you. You can text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Hope you're okay today. It's Thursday. That means tomorrow is Friday. It's the longest day. I've got some good hands up. Hands up for a slightly less humid day and tennis at Queen's and Ladies' Day at Royal Ascot. Thank you. Very nice. Nicely done. Hands up for sleeping in a hammock. That might be a thing for the summer, sleeping in a hammock. And hands up for starting yoga today, because it's International Yoga Day. I'd bend over backwards to do that.
constant as a northern star, the brightest light that shines. It's been you, woman, right down the line. I just wanna say this is my way of telling you everything I could never say before. Yeah, this is my way of telling you that every day I'm loving you so much more. 'Cause you believed in me through my darkest night. Put something better inside of me. You brought me into the light. Threw away all those crazy dreams. I put them all behind. And it was you, woman, right down the line. I just wanna say this is my way of telling you everything I could never say before. Yeah, this is my way of telling you that every day I'm loving you so much more. If I should doubt myself, if I'm losing ground, I won't turn to someone else. They'd only let me down. When I wanted you to share my life, I had no doubt in my mind. And it's been you, woman, right down the line.
So for a shout out, steve.wright at bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Hello, this is Mr. Bennett. Can you do the weather? Yes, I can. Dry with plenty of sunshine for most, though feeling fresher than the last few days. High of 19 in Weymouth. Then tonight, dry and cool with clear skies turning cloudier in Scotland.
Hi, this is Super Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Today's big question. Why do they have luggage shops at the departure lounges at airports? How late do you have to be to buy a suitcase at a departure terminal?
point.
Call me at youmakemepukesometimes.co.uk. Get your clothes on. You're next, said Jack Regan. At see if you can solve this puzzle at Claudia Winkleman. Killer housefly. Let's go to a summer party in the office, you plank. And don't forget to watch Tracy Breaks the News. Is anybody out there?
Good show.
Anyone?
Anyone? Sunset tonight, Glasgow 10:06. I know. Derry, London Derry 10:12. In Birmingham 9:34 and Dover 9:14. That was unnecessarily dynamic.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities that look like all you need. Let me take the night, I love real easy. And I know that you still wanna see me. On the Sunday morning music ran loud. See wonderland in your eyes. Might need your company tonight. Something in you lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep, 'cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel.
It's Mr. Bennett here. I've just bought a pair of pants made by Calvin Harris.
Possibilities, I look like
That's my favourite.
one kiss is all it takes. Falling in
One kiss, Calvin Harris, Dua Lipa.
possibilities, I look like all you need.
Well, if you're off abroad, you'll need to know, won't you?
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
Mallorca, clear skies, won't get hotter this month, or will get hotter. No, won't get any hotter this month, 28. Fuerteventura, mostly sunny and 25. Sunny beach, Bulgaria, bit of cloud but 31, down to 25 by the weekend. Amalfi Coast, Italy, warm and thunder and rain, which should clear by tomorrow, 26. Faro, Portugal, warm, clear and sunny at 24. Orlando, a stormy few days, I'm afraid, ahead, 33 Celsius. Brittany, France, just like the UK, sunny and around 18, a lot cooler than yesterday. Dubrovnik, Croatia is a very hot 28 today, thunder tomorrow. Cancun, Mexico in the low 30s for the next couple of weeks. And Southend-on-Sea, sunshine and a bit of cloud, 19, looking at 26 by this time next week, and very humid. The pollen index for the UK today is moderate to high for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Still, I'm afraid, very high across England and Wales.
Heaven is closer now today. The sound is in my ears. I can't believe the things you say. They echo what I feel, twisting the bones until they snap. I scream but no one knows. You say I'm familiar, cold to touch, and then you turn and go. Feels like heaven. Feels like heaven. See how we plan for certain eyes, and tears to pave the way. I fought the fever as I knew. My hair returned to gray. Study your face and fade the frame. Too close for comfort now. We can recall the harmony that lingered but turned sour. Feels like heaven. Feels like heaven.
7, Fiction Factory from Radio 2, 221, big show on the air. Can you shout out to Maisie, I think it is, and Ruby driving with Mum and Dad from Glasgow to East Grinstead. That's a long drive for a conference. Can you play a song for Peter Hatch for introducing us to Radio 2? From Shorty, Janet and Mandy, Don't Work Too Hard, The Message. Shout out to Dave, all right, Dave? On his 45th birthday, painting in Cardiff from his boss, John. I guess he's some kind of artist, right?
Hi everyone, this is Macca. Well, it was back in the early days, just after a gig at the Cavern. John and I were walking home and we said to Brian, that's Epstein, what about a building made of concrete and wood? You surround it with fields consisting of greenery and grass. Fill the building with men with beards and women with frocks. And have them impart knowledge to 400 kids.
Wow.
Oh, and let's include sheds to put bicycles in. Brian said, wow, you two have done it again. You've invented school. We both got 10 house points for that. Well chuffed.
I got your new single later. Very nice chat on Simon and Joe last night as well, I thought. Sunita back with a new single later and a new online video autobiography. Matthew Wright and Ian Chili Chilcott, ambassadors for World Fishing Day, which is this coming Saturday. There's Tim Smith, Janie Lee Grace. Yeah, Janie.
Nervous laugh.
Nervous laugh, yeah. Bobby Pryor with the traffic and Adam the Captain Porter with the news. And it's also Betty Glover with the sport.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Chosen by Hannah Jones from Crowbar, East Sussex. Now DJ Khaled, Rihanna, wow thoughts.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you wanna see me naked. I wanna be a baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown. When I get like this, I can't be around.
Nervous laugh.
Yeah.
Cause I can into things that I'm gon' do. Wow, thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookie's for the bag. Kitty, baby, get her things to rest. Like the 68 Jets. Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with ya. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with ya. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around, time to hit with ya. I know I get wow, thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
I heard that for the taking. I heard it got these up going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Till you shit. White girl waist sit on brown liquor. I probably shouldn't be around you. Cause you get wild. You looking like it's nothing that you won't do. What you won't do. Hey girl, that's when I told you.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
DJ Khaled, Rihanna, Bryson Tiller. Check out Rihanna in Ocean's 8, by the way. She is great in it. There's Wild Thoughts.
As I
Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson. Steve, yes? Karen and I on the beautiful Istrian River, Croatia. We're having a great time by the sea, listening to the big show via the excellent BBC radio app. It is excellent. It's hot here, though. Tim would need a hat. Say hello to our daughter, Neve. She's back home looking after Pixie the dog. Great show from Simon Pett. Have a nice time. Loving the great music you're playing this afternoon, says Thomas Palmer, I think. Can you give me a shout out this afternoon, as I'm currently revising for my last A-level exam on Monday. Can't wait for it all to be over. Great tunes, definitely keeping me going, as always. Many thanks from Tom.
Live till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
When the jingle stops, 2:30 precisely.
June the 29th, 1988. Dear Dad, hope this postcard finds you well. I know you were nervous about me coming to Ibiza, but don't worry. Wow, the tunes! Summer is never going to sound the same again.
Mesdames, messieurs, you've got the love I need to see me through.
I'm in love. The parties go all night. I bet this is what your summer of love was like, right? Can't wait to tell you all about it. Big love, Zoe.
BBC Radio 2, live in Ibiza. Our throwback begins Friday, the 29th of June, 2018.
Let me bring on Janie Lee Grace and let's do some factoids. What do you got, Janie?
Air-filled tyres were used on bicycles long before they were used on motor cars.
Oh, that's interesting. Summertime is thirsty time. More than 60% of people say they're looking for a refreshing alcoholic drink during the warmer months. Rosé wines, it says, this is according to Newsweek, so I guess they mean globally, have become synonymous with summer and are the preferred choice of regular wine drinkers, especially amongst females between 21 and 34. And that's just about in your age bracket, Janie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you into rosé wine?
No, I don't like rosé. Too sweet.
What's your fave?
Well, I'm a Sauvignon Blanc girl, of course.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because, like me, that's one that you know the name of?
Probably, although, you're up on the Reds, aren't you? It's the Reds you're always talking about.
Merlot. I like the Merlot.
Like the Merlot, yeah. But in the summer, surely Pimm's with a bit of cucumber, that's a summer drink.
Yes, if you're down at Wimbledon or Henley or Royal Ascot or...
Talking of the summer, do you know what the dog days of summer are?
That was very good, nicely linked, because today is the longest day, the summer solstice.
Yeah, absolutely. The dog days of summer, though, refer to the weeks between July the 3rd and August the 11th, and they're named after the dog star Sirius in the Canis Major constellation. The ancient Greeks blamed Sirius for the hot temperatures, the drought, the discomfort, and the sickness which occurred often during summer's hot months.
Wow.
Fascinating. Here's Janie again.
The Monopoly game was invented by Charles Darrow in 1933. Then he sold the rights to George Parker in 1935, and then aged 58, Parker invented more than 100 games.
Parker. And who does it belong to now? Waddington?
Well, Parker. Well, I see which company owned it.
Yeah, where's Waddington then?
I don't know where he's gone, but I thought Parker was Lady Penelope's chauffeur.
Do you want the boot, my lady, or the ship?
Factoids.
Mr. Bennett here.
Yes.
Have you got any Freddie Parrot Face Davis?
Oh, good idea.
Sentimental Song.
Oh, I love
was
that.
a favourite.
Yeah.
BBC Radio 2.
Chris.
Flick, but back in a second. Sweated skin, rash for no reason. Boys are loading their arms, girl gasp with envy. And they mimicking endlessly. Same as sadness in small lumps on my jaw. For lusting after is the usual friction. May your girl come, birdie die under the spur. Fingers and we listen, come touch your girl then girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Do shit, yeah. Yes, sir, I am wait for I happened and my fame in the lake. Let's see now how fast you breathing and how long this will take. Those who used to pass by me think they are baffling a liar. What is you? You didn't even taste much better. Came back steaming in sweats in the morning. I muscled in for I wanted to hold him. Then traveled to let those bird dogs rage through. What is me? What is you? What is you now? Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover.
Chris.
Sanita is on with us later, talking about her book and her new single, and also Matthew Wright and Ian Chili Chilcott. They're talking about fishing. They love fishing, and in fact, it's World Fishing Day this coming Saturday. So Theresa May has welcomed the passing of the Brexit bill through Parliament as a crucial step in delivering a smooth and orderly Brexit. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has bowed to public pressure, and about time too, and signed an executive order promising to keep families together in migrant detentions. Talking about the summer solstice here, thousands of people gathered at Stonehenge for the summer solstice as the sun rose amid clear skies. About 9,500 people were at the Neolithic monument to greet the start of the longest day of the year, according to the Wiltshire Police. The Wimbledon Championships tennis tournament is to be streamed in 4K. That's 4K resolution and high dynamic range colour, HDR, to UK viewers by the BBC. God bless us.
We seem to be doing okay.
BBC, yeah, I love them.
And that's going to be great, Wimbledon, isn't it, in 4K?
Yeah, you got to have a 4K set.
Have you?
Yeah.
Can't get it on my normal phone?
I don't know about the phone. I think the set has to be 4K.
Oh, I'm going to have to plug something into mine then, because I don't think I've got a 4K set. Have you got one of those curved televisions?
No, I don't like them.
No, I don't like them either. I haven't got one, but apparently they're supposed to be brilliant as well.
Can you see round corners?
The World Cup, you can see parts of the stadium you can't see in a flat screen.
Wimbledon, you'll be able to see the ball boy and ball girl. Today is the summer solstice, the longest day of the year and the first day of summer. You know, I think of this day as midsummer somehow. I mean, summer's already here. How can it be the first day? It's also International Day of Yoga, as I mentioned earlier on, National Clean Air Day, that'll be the day, and Go Home on Time Day. Plus, it's Make Music Day 2018, the 36th annual series of free music events across public spaces around the country. Royal Ascot continues, Ladies' Day today. England play Australia at Durham. And it's also the Rowing World Cup in Austria. It's the Luling Watermelon Thump in Luling, Texas today. Now, this includes the World Championship Seed Spitting Contest. Yeah, that's right. A champion melon auction and watermelon parade. Ed Sheeran playing the first of 4 shows in Cardiff. Happy birthday, Lana Del Rey.
I think because I had so much time and no pressure to write my songs, they're very much myself in song form.
Yeah.
And so it's very much like myself manifesting
Lana Del Rey.
melody and lyrics.
Happy birthday, Lana,
I'm not
and
a
also
sad
Chris
person,
Pratt.
very much like your
Talking about Jurassic World.
It wasn't without a little trepidation that I approached something like this because it's really a huge part of my childhood.
Yeah.
And it's sacred to me and it is to an entire generation of people. I went into it being like, tell me what the story is, and if it makes sense, then I'll be interested. And about 10 minutes in, I was like, okay.
Tell me what the story is, if it makes sense. You know, like a dinosaur movie. Oh, is it going to make sense?
Is it about an island that was once a theme park with dinosaurs on it, and then something went wrong?
One gets out?
Well, doesn't get out. Well, maybe one gets out. Maybe they all get out.
Yeah. It could be. Does that make sense to you?
Just an idea.
Perfect sense.
Thank you.
Here's Janie.
You've seen this piece, I'm sure, while we think about money in the mornings and passion at night.
Oh, yeah. What's that all about?
Well, they say it may not feel like it before morning coffee, but people are at their most go-getting and energetic before 9 a.m. Rush hour is a time when we think about work, power, money and achievement. After dinner, we're more likely to be preoccupied with sex and relationships. And the early hours are when we think about life's problems. Now, the really interesting bit about this is that this study was all done by studying tweets. I mean, really. What have we come to? It was actually done by studying 800 million tweets.
Yeah.
So they've looked at what people tweet and at what time.
Particular time of day.
Oh, my goodness. Is that how we're going to get all our surveys and research from now on?
Well, I don't know. It begs the question, what's Trump thinking of? In the middle of the night.
I was going to say, he tweets at all hours, doesn't he?
Well, it does say it explains the number of Twitter outbursts after a few glasses of wine close to bedtime.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, talking to Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't drink.
No, he doesn't. No. He's teetotal. Yeah.
We got Sunita on later, and also Matthew Wright and Ian Chili Chilcott on The Big Show.
I'm jealous of the blue jeans that you're wearing and the way they're holding you so tight. I'm jealous of the moon that keeps on staring. So lock the door and turn out the night. I want you all to myself. We don't need anyone else. Let our bodies do the talking. Let our shadows paint the wall. I want you here in my arms. We'll hide away in the dark. Slip your hand in my back pocket. Go and let your long hair fall. I want you all to myself, to myself. I'm jealous of the song that you've been singing and the way it's rolling off your lips. It might be selfish, but I'm thinking I don't need nothing between you leaning for another kiss. Yeah, I want you all to myself. We don't need anyone else. Let our bodies do the talking. Let our shadows paint the wall. I want you here in my arms. We'll hide away in the dark. Slip your hand in my back pocket. Go and
Nervous laugh.
To myself, I want you
Dana Shay, all to myself.
to myself, to myself.
You got it.
Yeah.
BBC. Here is Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, cook up in Northern Ireland. The A20 Main Street is still completely closed following this earlier accident. The M56 westbound entry slit road at 14 for Hapsford. Now, they're still recovering the overturned lorry, so there's a lane closed there. So they have got the lorry on its wheels. It's upright again. So hopefully it should be clear before the rush, but we don't know yet. M6 northbound between 17 and 18 up towards Holmes Chapel. We've got an accident that's blocked one lane. M6 northbound also, a new problem at 7 for Great Bar. There's an accident there and 2 lanes are shut. And this is in front of the accident earlier northbound between 5 and 6, where all lanes are reopened between Castle Bromwich and Spaghetti Junction. But all that congestion is just now stuck behind the one that's a little bit further up. The M1 on the northbound side, 12 to 13. If you're heading through to Milton Keynes, we've got 1 lane shut there following an accident. The M25 clockwise, entry slit road at 6. So coming on from the A22 at Godstone, take care, there's a breakdown. You can get past it. M23 southbound away from the M25 just before 9 for Gatwick Airport. We've got 1 lane shut with a breakdown, so take care as you get through. A4 West London, Chiswick, closed completely between the M4 at Junction 1 and the Capital Interchange Way. The M5 southbound 1 to 2, we've got a broken down vehicle down towards Albury and the A4 123, and then to Kent. Now, if you're trying to get to Dover from Canterbury, the A2 or the other way is closed both ways. So it's closed between the A260, so closed between Barham and Dover, and the A256 Sandwich turn-off. There's separate diversions in each case. They're all signed, but the A2 between Barham and Dover is closed both ways. Thanks for your updates, and back with another one in 40 minutes.
All right, thank you, Bobster. Steve, my back is breaking doing all the ironing for our holidays tomorrow. Can you say hi to John and Rose White from Clydebank? Righty, old chap, yeah? Can you give us a shout-out for Mo, the best inspector in the world ever? Good show, bro, from Rich and Kev, Hucknall, Nottingham. Afternoon, Steve. Hello. Cheers for putting a smile on our faces. Daz and Jojo from Selby.
At 17, I started to starve myself. I thought that love was a kind of emptiness, and at least I understood then the hunger I felt, and I didn't have to call it loneliness. We all have a hunger. 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 Tell me what you need. Oh, you look so free. The way you use your body, baby. Come on and work it for me. Don't let it get you down. You're the best thing I've seen. We never found the answer, but we knew
10 to 3, it's Hunger, Florence. Me, Janie and Tim got some more newsy bits and bobs. When you come home at the end of the day, do you complain to your spouse about the little things that went wrong? Do you both?
Yeah, sometimes I suppose,
A little moan?
Yeah.
Good.
It's okay, isn't it?
Well, it's a good thing. That's what it's saying. One of the most important things behavioural psychologists have found is that happy couples, they spend 5 minutes griping to each other about things that stress them out during the day. Sometimes, I know, more than 5 minutes. Taking turns talking is also a good thing. Listen to each other. This lowers the amount of stress they feel and lets them enjoy the rest of their evening together. So you just move on from it, don't you?
Yeah,
really?
but that's easier said than done, isn't it? It depends what their day's been like. If you come home and you want to get a few things off your chest or have a moan about this or that or complain about something, if they're in a similar mood, then you kind of meet head on and you think, well, who's going to do it first? And then that can lead to its own problems.
I know.
Can't it?
I know.
You know, I'd like to complain first, please. I've had a worse day than you.
Yeah, much worsest. Do you find that when you talk to your husband or your wife that sometimes they refer to people that they know that you don't? So they say, well, I said to John, and you think,
Yeah, John who?
Who's John?
Which John?
Well, he's he's the head of this. Well, I didn't know that.
I sometimes get... I can't say.
Well, go on.
I sometimes forget who's who within families. Do you? You know, oh, my cousin this or my aunt that. And I think, is that the one that lives here or is that the one that lives there?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Stick to the point.
Yeah, don't tell her I said that, obviously.
It's your age. Now, let's have a look. We've got France against Peru in Group C in the World Cup. Kicks off at 4. And then the big one tonight, Argentina play Croatia. That's live on BBC One from 6:30 with live commentary on Radio 5 Live from 7 p.m. I might well try that, flicking to and from 5 Live to the television. You know, have 5 Live on commentary, then have it on the television.
Yeah.
Or then just flick back to the television.
Well, just keep it on one. Why are you going to flick between the two?
Just to see
Try
how it
watching
works.
a match and keep the commentary. You can do it. You can select the commentary on the red button.
Yeah, I know.
You can have 5 Live commentary on the TV screen.
Yeah.
Depends if you like the commentator on the radio more than on TV. Do that.
Although, having said that, I think the commentators on television are absolutely awesomely
I think
brilliant.
They're all pretty good, yeah.
I do. There's commentary of all the World Cup 2018 games over on Radio 5 Live, as I say. And, of course, you can keep fully up to date on all the news via the BBC Sport website and app. I was just coming through the atrium earlier on and talking to 5 Live because, you know, Nikki Campbell works on 5 Live, and I said, hello, Nikki. He said, I haven't got time. I said, hello. He said, love you. He said, I'm going off to do some interviews. I said, is it serious? He said, very.
What's he doing down here? We should be in Salford.
Well,
he's obviously down here to do some very important interviews. Far more important than talking to you.
No, because he's doing talk. He does a lot of talk shows
I
on
know,
the telly,
I know.
Anyway, hello, Nikki. Dixon's Car Phone has reported a big fall in annual profits as the retailer admitted that it had plenty of work to do in revamping its business. Here's Janie. What you got?
You know that mid-afternoon slump? Well, we're not allowed to have it, obviously.
We don't have that here.
But for everyone else, it seems there is an answer, and career women, particularly, are turning to having an afternoon nap. Now, of course, this is
very bad news.
This is very bad news. But I think the point of this is you can actually have a nap at any time, and science is apparently catching up with these women who are saying this is changing their life. There's been a study by Professor Richard Wiseman at the University of Hertfordshire.
Yeah, we know him.
And we know him. And he's found that taking naps of less than 30 minutes, so it's got to be a quick nap, will improve your well-being and boost performance. And, wait for it, it's called nappiness.
Oh, that's brilliant. But I think it's called something else. I was listening to Sarah last night. In fact, no, it wasn't last night. It was when she was doing the breakfast show. And I mentioned it on the air. She was talking about a disco nap.
Oh, okay. What, where you actually nod off while you're at a disco?
No. It's kind of like the nap that you might have before going out.
Oh, before you go out. I see. A pre-going out nap.
Yeah.
I thought you meant during a record, during
did.
a disc, because often, you know, if you play Hotel California, I have a couple of minutes in the back of the studio.
Oh, I go out shopping. I get down to Camden during that, as you know.
I think you'll find that's the extended loo break.
Yes,
Could you play Stairway to Heaven later and I'll have a nap this afternoon?
Oh, it's all about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunita Later and Matthew Wright and Ian Chilly Chilcott.
I never believed in things that I couldn't see. I said if I can't feel it, then how could it be? No magic could happen to me. And then I saw you, I couldn't believe it. You took my heart, I couldn't retrieve it. Said to myself, what's it all about? Now I know there can be no doubt. You can do magic. You can have anything.
a shout-out, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2. You're on the BBC. Steve, shout-out, please, for Adam Winkler. He's driving us all around Europe and still going, currently heading to Gallipoli, Italy. You're keeping us company. That's from that says grazie. Grazie, yeah. That's from Suzanne. Grazie. Mr. Prez.
Hello, this is Trump.
Yeah.
Steve, don't enter your username. In your case, it's loser name.
Nice.
That's it, moron. I'll see you on Twitter.
It's like thunder and lightning. You heard me without trying. A tempestuous rising. No, I don't like to be this way. And you're Jekyll and hiding. Are you real, are you lying? So stop with your crying. I can't handle it now. You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. There you go, there I said it. Don't look at me all offended. You played games till it ended. I've got to look out for me. I won't say that it's easy. Oh, I know I hate leaving, but you can't keep deceiving. Does it make you feel good? You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over
Years and years. If you're over me. When we come back after the 3 o'clock news, the oldies have been chosen by Hannah Jones from Crowborough, East Sussex.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. The government has outlined plans to allow EU citizens to apply for the right to remain in the UK after Brexit. They'll need to prove their identity, show that they live here and declare they have no serious criminal convictions. The Immigration Minister, Caroline Noakes, said it would be a simple process.
It will be straightforward for EU citizens residing in the UK to obtain status. If they have lived here continuously for 5 years, they will be eligible for settled status. Those who have lived here for less than 5 years will generally be granted pre-settled status and be able to apply for settled status once they reach the 5-year point.
The Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt has said a blame culture in the NHS has to change to help uncover scandals such as the deaths at Gosport War Memorial Hospital. He said it must be made easier for whistleblowers to raise concerns when they see mistakes or bad practice. The Bank of England has left interest rates unchanged at 0.5%. However, 3 members of the bank's Monetary Policy Committee voted for a rise, leading economists to predict an increase to 0.75% at the next meeting in August. The International Trade Minister Greg Hands has resigned from the government. The West London MP said he wanted to vote against plans for a third runway at Heathrow Airport. Our political correspondent Alex Forsyth reports.
After 7 years as a minister, Greg Hands tweeted the details of his resignation, saying he had to quit so he could vote against the expansion of Heathrow in line with election promises he'd made to his constituents. While the government has allowed Conservative MPs to express opposition to the third runway at a local level, it's also made clear it expects them to support the plan when it comes to a vote in the Commons on Monday, posing a dilemma for any minister whose constituency would be affected.
A former contestant on the reality television series Love Island has died at the age of 32. Sophie Graydon, a former Miss Great Britain, appeared on the show in 2016. Police say her body was found at a house in Northumberland and there are no suspicious circumstances. A member of the Scottish Parliament faces being suspended for a month after he was found guilty of sexual harassment. Mark MacDonald resigned as Early Years Minister last year after admitting sending an inappropriate message to a woman. The former head of Ofsted has backed calls for a new law banning mobile phones in schools. Sir Michael Wilshaw says the devices are distracting and disrupt lessons. He says the UK should follow the example of France, which is banning mobile phones on school premises. The Culture Secretary Matt Hancock has suggested that a woman should take over as the presenter of Question Time on BBC One. The current host, David Dimbleby, is standing down later this year. Mr Hancock was speaking in the House of Commons.
I think the whole House will want to congratulate David Dimbleby on his achievement as he steps down. And while, of course, the job must go according to merit, I think it's about time that we had a woman at the helm of Question Time.
BBC News at 3 minutes past 3, our next at 4.
Thank you. Non-stop oldies next.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park in the meantime. South of the river you stop and you hold everything. Band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. Feel alright when you hear the music play. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. They said an old guitar is all he can afford. When he gets up under the lights, play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night with the Sultans
greats, the Sultans of Swing. These are the non-stop oldies. By the way, if you get time, have a listen to Sarah tonight and OJ. Sarah Cox talks about all matter of stuff. I was listening last night. Just so much stuff. She brings you a mix of great music. It says guests and chat to round off your day. That's at 10. OJ Borge with Midnight Mastermind, Wish You Were There, and a new feature. And the World Cup of One-Hit Wonders also. These are the non-stop oldies. KC now and Boogie Shoes. And we'll check the email next.
Girl, to be with you is my favorite thing. And I can't wait till I see you again. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. I wanna do till the sun comes up. Oh yeah. I wanna do till I can't get enough. Yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. Yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you.
KC and the Sunshine Band Boogie Shoes. These oldies chosen by Hannah Jones. Good afternoon, Hannah. How you doing? From Crowber in East Sussex. Steve, I'm 26 years old. I work as a chef on a sailing boat. So I spend a lot of time away from home. I'm currently on Rhode Island, USA. I listen to your show every morning in the galley whilst cooking, and it makes me feel at home. I've always been a huge fan of Fleetwood Mac. I used to see myself as a bit of a Stevie Nicks, and I used to be a singer in a band back home. My choices are based on songs that remind me of singing in the car with my dad David, jumping around the living room with my two brothers Luke and Elliot, and sunbathing at festivals with my mum Caroline. Brilliant. Hope you like them. Hannah Jones, we love them. When you're ready, Stevie.
Sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like the white-winged dove sings a song. Sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. And the days go by like a strand in the wind, in the web that is long. I begin again. Said to my friend, baby, nothing else matters. He was no more than a baby then.
non-stop oldies chosen by Hannah Jones. In the next half hour, we'll be talking to Matthew Wright and Ian Chilly Chilcott. And Ian Chilcott is a fishing legend. Here he is.
First and probably the most important item of tackle when you're stalking or surface fishing is a pair of polarised sunglasses.
Right.
There's little point in going stalking or surface fishing if you can't actually see them. That is probably the greatest tool, along with your eyeball, you'll have in these circumstances.
Brilliant. Thank you. Next half hour, then later, Sunita.
Taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. My girlfriend's run off with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping at my ice cold beer, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Well, give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. Oh, save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime.
Hannah Jones from Crowborough in East Sussex. You got yourself an I Chose the Non-Stop Oldies badge on its way already, and these are your Non-Stop Oldies. Back to them in just a moment. Can I just tell you something? Can I do that? You are just 25 hours away, 25 hours to go until that unique celebration of disco and dance culture with DJ Silly Boy tomorrow at 4:15, BBC Radio 2. It's Serious Jockin' with no G.
Serious Jockin', Steve Wright in the afternoon.
BBC Radio 2, live in Hyde Park. Tickets are now on sale.
The Manic Street Preachers and Rita Ora. Joining us also live on stage, Lenny Kravitz. All Saints. Band of Love. Carrie Underwood. Along with Kylie Minogue at this year's
is Radio 2 Festival of the Day.
BBC Radio 2, live in Hyde Park.
Here's the date, Sunday the 9th of September. Tickets available now, bbc.co.uk/Radio 2.
Cheers, Chris.
Excuse me, does anybody know what's going on?
It's hit after hit, the non-stop oldies every day.
I've got you on my mind. And now you are here to say it's so clear to see what we can do, baby. Just me and you, come on and stir it up. I will say, little darling, stir it up. Come on, baby. Come on and stir it up. Yeah. Little darling, stir it up. Oh. Stir it together. Blaze your fire. Then I satisfy you all desires. Said I steer it every minute. All you got to do, baby, is keep it in it and stir it up. Come on, little darling, stir it up. I will make this baby. Come on and stir it up. Oh, oh. Little darling, stir it up. And then quench me when I'm thirsty. Come on, cool me down, baby, when I'm hot. Your recipe, darling, is so tasty. And you show can steal your part, so stir it up. Oh, little darling, stir it up. Come on and stir it up. Oh, little darling, stir it up.
Bob Marley and the Wailers and Steer It Up at 5 o'clock today. Joe and Simon, of course. Joe and Simon are with author Patrick Ness. And there's another end of days quiz, a new confession, and more life hacks with Joe and Simon after 5. Then it's Bob Harris, Brother B. Then it's Johnny Walker. Then it's Sarah Cox. Then it's OJ Borge. And this is Devil Woman, Cliff Richard.
I've had nothing but bad luck since the day I saw the cat at my door. So I came into you, sweet lady, answering your mystical call. Crystal ball on the table, showing the future, the past. Same cat with them evil eyes, and I knew it was a spell she cast. She's just a devil woman. lines on your hand. I can see me a tall, dark stranger giving you what you hadn't planned. I drank the potion she offered me. I found myself on the floor. Then I looked in those big green eyes, and I wonder what I came there for. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind. Stay away. Look out. If you're out on a moonlit night, be careful of the neighborhood strays. Have a lady with long black hair trying to win you with her feminine ways. Crystal ball on the table, showing the future, the past. Same cat with them evil eyes. You better get out of there fast. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman.
Cliff and Devil Woman. There's one more non-stop oldie after this.
On BBC iPlayer.
Corporal Lane was emotionally involved with Captain Hart.
I think about him every day. I'm never going to forget about him. Our girl returns to the front line. What could possibly go wrong?
Jungle is a hostile and unforgiving environment.
Bandits, yeah. They see you, they kill you.
Lane, don't compromise your own safety.
You questioning authority now? Yeah, I am.
This is what happens when you don't follow orders, you follow chaos.
Our girl. Watch the series so far on BBC iPlayer.
those were the non-stops. It's 3:30 in the UK, and rounding off with Tusk, Fleetwood Mac. Now, in the next half hour, here's what you're going to need, because we're going to go fishing. Oh, there it is. Oh, my goodness, I think that's a carp. No, wait a minute. It's a roach. There he is, it's a roach. I'm going to chuck him back, though, because, you know. Yeah, reel him in. And then what else we got here? I've got me rod ready. I've got me boilie. I've got me bivvy. I've got it all.
Nervous laugh.
Exactly.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. Why don't you listen, you crass oik? Here's the contact details. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. It's jeremy.co.haggle for a cheap iPhone versus Stormzy and the Kardashians. At needless screaming at pairs of shoes. Looks like you've got bad skin. That's a very ugly scab, you filthy vermin. Shinybitcoin.co.wriggle. My tongue is inordinately long. And some let us say growth.co.uk. It's growing, Steve.
I know. All right, Jeremy, thank you. EU citizens will have to answer 3 simple questions online if they want to continue living in the UK after Brexit, the Home Secretary has said. Sajid Javid said the government's default position would be to grant, not refuse, settled status. The Bank of England has held interest rates, as you heard, but signalled an August rate rise is more likely than previously thought. And the food and drink industry is urging the government to take swift action amid a continuing shortage of CO2. Carbon dioxide is used in guns for killing farm animals and providing the fizz in carbonated drinks. CO2 is also used in certain medical procedures. So now you're up to date. The Bobster has traffic.
Thank you, Steve. M62 westbound 23 to 22, Huddersfield to Rishworth. There's been an accident. They are holding the traffic at the moment, so stationary while they move the vehicles to the hard shoulders, so no one is going anywhere at the moment. M56 on the westbound side at 14 for Hapsford. On the entry slip road, we had an overturned lorry. That's all been recovered, all cleared out of the way now. The M6 now, we've had a number of problems on the M6 between Birmingham and Manchester. Southbound, a new one, 17 to 16, down towards Stoke-on-Trent. We've got one lane shut because of a breakdown, and on the other side we had a breakdown between 17 and 18 that's still there up towards Holmes Chapel. The M6 northbound accident at 7 for Great Bar, they're still clearing that up. You've still got one lane shut. M6 northbound at 14, I should have done this earlier, Stafford North to Stoke-on-Trent, beg your pardon, that breakdown's gone. But northbound in Birmingham between 5 and 6 Spaghetti Junction, we've still got one lane shut while they recover a vehicle following an accident. That should open though really soon. M1 on the northbound side, 12 to 13 up towards Milton Keynes South. Accident there, one lane is shut. M25, now the entry slip road at 6, coming on from Godstone, there was a breakdown, that's now gone. M23, now we had a southbound accident just before Gatwick Airport at junction 9, that's off the carriageway. Northbound, there's also been a bump just before the M25, so again one lane is shut. A4 westbound, West London, Chiswick is closed between the M4 at junction 1 and Capital Way interchange following an accident. And the big problem, if you're trying to get to Dover Docks, the A2 is closed between Barham and Dover, so shut between the A260, that's the Denton turn-off, it takes you to Hawkinge, and the A256 Sandwich turn-off. Now they've put in 2 different diversions depending on which way you're heading, so just beware, it's all signed for you, but give yourself an extra hour at least, and I don't have any reopening time on this. Thanks for your updates, another one for you in 25 minutes.
Thank you. Got a few shout-outs here. Steve, can you give a shout-out to Becky? She's going to see Ed Sheeran tonight for her 30th with sister Holly and mum Fran. P.S. Love your show. Shout out to Worksop College A-level biology on way back from Wales. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the weekend. Tune's getting us through though. Steve, you've got to say hello to me, my co-pilot driver Alan Mullin, currently en route to Heathrow Airport for our holiday to China. Thank you, Steve, from Ellen. Shout out to Rosie and Alice, working hard on university degree work today. Please play us a song to keep the motivation going. Thank you. And hey, Steve, just arrived in the Outer Hebrides for a travel around Harris, Lewis and a few others, enjoying the big show whilst viewing the beautiful countryside. Happy holidays, love, Tracy and Pete. You got it.
I was watching a television programme the other day. It was with Danny Dyer, who was apparently the hard nut from EastEnders. So I watched him on said soap opera and found him to be very charismatic. Big up to you, geezer. Thank you. I think he said it was all about family. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Alan.
88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a girl, not usually the kind to show my heart to the world. I'm pretty good at keeping it together. I hold my composure, for worse or for better. So I apologize if you don't like what you see, but sometimes my emotions get the best of me, and falling apart is as human as it gets. You can't hide it, you can't fight what the truth is. You can pretty lie and say it's okay. You can pretty smile and just walk away. Pretty much fake your way through anything, but you can't cry pretty. Oh no, you can't dress it up and lace or rhinestones. It don't matter if you're in a crowd or home all alone. Yeah, it's all the same when you're looking in the mirror. A picture of pain, so let it flow like a river. You can pretty lie and say it's okay. You can pretty smile and just walk away. Pretty much fake your way through anything, but you can't cry pretty. You can't turn off the flood when the dam
We return for Factoids. Here's Tim Smith.
Dogs prefer human beings who are kind to other human beings.
Today is the first day of summer officially, and if you feel crankier than usual, Tim, you're not alone. Researchers from Northwestern University found that heat makes people more tired and fatigued, which leads to more antisocial, unfriendly attitudes. Not only does the heat make us cranky, but apparently it causes people to commit more crimes too. Heat is linked to aggression and violence. Researchers attribute these mood changes to sleepless nights, which we were talking about yesterday, dehydration, and being cooped up due to the hot weather. Thank goodness it's slightly cooler today and much less humid.
Oh, thank goodness.
I know.
I can't stand humidity.
But
that makes me grumpy.
But the weather lady last night was saying, yeah, we're going to have a little bit, a few showers here and there, but not many.
Yeah, but then
mainly
next
dry.
week, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's going right up.
Oh, off the
I know.
scale.
But, we should be thankful for it, because as we always say on the air, in a few months' time, we'll be going, it's
Exactly.
freezing.
Excuse me, I'm not having you moaning about the weather.
Yeah.
You can't moan about the heat.
we're
Look
not.
at Janie's face.
I don't
I'm not
mind.
having it. Honestly, we've had the beast from the east one. We had the second beast from the east. We had snow one Sunday afternoon, which closed the M40 in other parts of the country. I mean, you're not moaning about the good weather.
Well,
okay?
get
I'm
me a
not having
fan.
it.
Oh, okay. Silence, everyone. Just give them a chance to calm down. You all right now?
Yeah.
Factoids.
She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world. As long
fishing here. I want to go fishing. We all want to go fishing. And to that end, we have Matthew Wright and Ian Chilly Chilcott here. Another round of applause. It's so exciting. Matthew Wright is a TV presenter. Is he?
Was a TV presenter.
Yeah, all right, easy. And journalist who you'll know as host of The Right Stuff on Channel 5, which he's presented for 18 years, and now it's all over.
I'm going fishing. It's fantastic.
Is that how you're going to spend the rest of your life?
That's one way.
Ian Chilly Chilcott is one of the most famous faces in the world of carp fishing, the star of Sky Sports' Carp Wars, who's been writing books about the fishing world for years. So both, back in the day with my son Tom, I used to go out the whole time freshwater fishing, and he was 10 years old. Now he's 30. I haven't been for 20 years. But, you know, I always remember it. On the one hand, it was great to go out there. It was nice and relaxing, but we would stay overnight and it was cold. And if you didn't catch...
Oh, it was cold.
All right. But if you didn't catch and you spent a day and a half there and it was freezing overnight and you didn't have anything to eat and you weren't so relaxed, what do you like about it, Matthew?
I, like many other kids, I imagine, who went on holidays on the Norfolk Broads. I was 8. My dad gave me a cheap little rod. We were on the front of a rented boat, and from the moment the float hit the water, I was hooked. And I can't put it any other way. From that moment on, that's all I want to do. And I would only advocate that you try again and take your boy along, and even if he's a man, you can always start something new.
Yeah, but is it also that you like being on your own? It's the solitary aspect.
I like being on my own, but Mrs. Wright also fly fishes, and we like fishing together. But when you're together, you're kind of apart, which is a metaphor for marriage, I would suggest.
Yeah, but then what about the competitive side of it? What happens if she gets it and you don't?
She caught a huge brown trout. She made the Welsh national press, and her photo is above the Fishing Hotel's bar. So on that score, I don't really want to talk about it, actually. Let's just move on, shall we?
You didn't speak to her for 2 days, either, did you?
I'm still not really talking to her.
Now, how do you know Ian, and how long have you known Ian?
I've known Ian now for about 10 minutes. I have known of Ian, and I've been watching him for 10 years or 8 years.
Okay, now Ian was telling us that he really isn't just a fly fisherman. You're a sea fisherman, you're a freshwater, you're everything, right?
I think it's the same. My father and mother bought me a fishing rod at a very young age. I think I was 4 years old. I was catching ballon wrasse off the rocks at Beer in Devon, and that introduced me to fishing in all sorts. I've fished all the way around the world in every continent. Eventually it got round to me being a carp angler. That's where I could focus my attentions on one single fish. And if fishing is an escape, then carp fishing is the great escape, because you're living in that tent you were talking about earlier on, Steve, and being at one with the environment. I think that's what makes it so appealing.
Yeah. Are fish very bright?
They can be. People say they give fish intelligence, and it makes me smile a little bit, because most of it is instinct.
Humans, we like to think we're really clever, but you see how many humans can live underwater eating bits of food that drift by. I would suggest not many. Maybe Marine Boy. But
Marine Boy could
others.
do that,
He could have done that, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you think, how can that fish be so silly? He must realise that that's not a real fly.
Fly fishing, it is the art of deception. So you're not actually giving the fish the food that it would normally eat, or an approximation. You are giving it a bit of feather and fur wrapped around a piece of metal. Some people even now use vacuum cleaner dust and stuff like that. Rub that around it. Bits of electrical wiring, the tubing off the wires, and make flies out of that. Recycled flies. And in that moment of deception, for a brief moment, you feel like king. And then it gets away.
Okay, now, you being a journalist and a TV interviewer, Matthew, or used to be, you know the question I'm going to ask you now. Answer the question before I even ask it.
World Fishing Day is on the 23rd.
No, it's not that one. No, come on. Is it cruel?
There is, in my conscience, there is a moment of cruelty attached to it. I can offset my guilt by the certain knowledge that as I fish the little streams of Wales where I'm heading down to at the weekend, that there would have been no fish in those rivers if it wasn't for the work of anglers, raising money, pushing the conservation message, ensuring the rivers become clean and the environment's improved.
You know, there are so many places that are full of fish now. The environment has changed positively everywhere simply because of fishing.
Yeah, hold that thought, Chilly. We're going to come back in just a moment with Ian Chilly Chilcott and Matthew Wright. Don't go away. returning with Matthew Wright and Ian Chilcott, ambassadors for World Fishing Day, which is this Saturday. It's all about fishing. Now, I've got a great question now for you. When it comes to fishing, what about the weather? Because when we were out fishing, my son would say, look, OK, it's coming down now, cloudy. Now they're going to be over there. And I'm thinking, how the hell do you know that?
Wind, let's put it that way. Wind has a massive effect.
Fish are basically like TV presenters. They're essentially lazy and they like to be spoon-fed. So what they'll do is they'll move across the water to an area where the wind is blowing the food and they'll just sit there and swallow it.
Oh, my goodness, that's very, very profound.
That's
simple as that.
Can I write some of that down?
You know, I thought you were asking about the weather because you're thinking about what you're going to sit there wearing. And wouldn't you guys say there's no such thing as bad weather? There's only bad clothing.
I must say, yeah, there is bad clothing. I mean, some of the outfits, Matthew, some of the outfits are not too hot, are they, really?
Well, I mean, Tim, you play golf. I think we'll just end that conversation there, shall we? Yeah? I mean, have you ever say? There's nowhere left to go, is there, really?
There's no check trousers with fishing.
I'm not going fishing dressed like that.
My dad, I spoke to my dad the other day and I said, we're going to have you guys in. He said that sometimes he used to go fishing and didn't go fishing. He just used to take in the countryside.
Absolutely, I could totally understand that. The environment to me is equally as important as the fish I'm going to catch.
Yeah.
And
There's some charities out there where we take out service people who are very damaged from conflict, and there, you know, I don't have a fishing rod in my hand all day. I'm not interested, but to see the benefits of being outside in a tranquil atmosphere, the effect it has on these people, wonderful, wonderful thing.
Together, Matthew and Ian are ambassadors for World Fishing Day, which is this Saturday, 23rd of June. It's a day to celebrate the magic of fishing, bringing anglers together through a network of fishing events and live fishing broadcasts from 24 different locations over 24 hours. It's going to be broadcast live on Fishing TV. That's the 24-hour stream, which will include competitions, fishing tips and conversations about threatened species, for example, environmental issues and interviews with a range of experts covering everything from migrating rainbow trout in New Zealand to fishing in the Japanese hills. The World Fishing Day broadcast will also visit locations around the world, including Croatia, the Bahamas, Australia, South Africa, Iceland, Finland, Austria, Germany, France, the UK and various places across the USA. Sticking to the UK just for a moment, what will you two actually be doing on that day in a couple of days' time?
we were in the studio overlooking Tower Bridge and talking to people in the studio. I think Fergal Shark is coming in for a few hours, and I remember hopping around the dance floor in the late 70s to a few of his kicking tunes. It will be an amazing day for me. Like meeting you today, Steve.
Oh, stop it. I wrote down a few well-known people that are into fishing. Brad Pitt, Roger Daltrey, obviously, Emma Watson, can you believe that? Jeremy Paxman. You wouldn't want to be a fish with him fishing.
For God's sake!
Yes. Come to me, won't you? Prince Charles, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if this is still true, but we used to say on the air that fishing was the number one hobby in the United Kingdom.
Participatory sport.
Participatory sport, yeah.
There's more people go fishing on a Saturday than go and watch all the football matches in the country.
Is that right?
And that is an amazing statistic. Yeah.
So, now, Matthew, what are you going to do?
What, with the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Okay. In a non-jokey way, I am actually going to be running my own guided fly fishing trips to the Caribbean. So that's one of the things that my angling interest. And I'd quite like to come back with some kind of show involving maybe looking at newspapers and discussing the issues around them, but maybe somewhere other than Channel 5.
That deserves a round of applause.
Or maybe move into politics.
It was it's brilliant. A kind of an answer, but a swerve at the same time. Fishing TV's World Fishing Day is this Saturday, 23rd of June. And yes, you can watch the free live broadcast at worldfishingday.com. And you heard Matthew Wright and Ian Chilcott. Thanks very much, guys.
Nice one, guys. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. Good luck.
I told my friend I'd check for you. He told me that he liked you too. But then I saw him kissing you. I couldn't lie when he said, and she's mine. And she's mine. And she's mine. And she's mine. I wanted all my cry. And she's mine. And she's mine. Love always is when it comes mixed with fear. I knew that I could wait, although it just might take 1,000 years. See, that's how she's mine. And
to the guys who we see on the street when I say hands up, she's mine. Hands up, she's mine. Hands up, she's mine. It takes up all my time. Hands up, she's mine. Hands up, she's mine. Hands up, me data. Until it gets hands up, me data. Can make a TV say don't mess around on ya. Can make a TV say that don't want to get ya.
The beat, hands off, she's mine.
Steve, sorry for the interruption. I'm
Jeremy.
so sorry. Great show,
All right,
by the way.
thank you.
This is Jeremy Vine with that new email address. It's making an egg sandwich. Right, said Fred. Which one are you, Dick or Dom? Get those
Do
slim
it
pickings for me.
properly,
Take your
come
granddad
on.
for out for some aniseed tea and biscuits.co.uk.
Thank you. Steve, can I have a shout out just past Dijon in France? Oh, mustard. On my way with the bathroom sink to the Alps. Last bit of renovation work on our apartment there. Missing my wife Jo and daughter Ollie already. You're keeping me company on my 800-mile drive. Loving the show as ever. Gary from Stratford-upon-Avon listening as he drives through France. Merci. Steve and the gang listening in sunny Scunthorpe whilst I do some planting. Sounding great in the sun. Graham Chaplin in Scunny. And the Stainforths, or Stanyforths, I think it might be, from Yorkshire, are en route to the Isle of Wight Festival for the umpteenth time. First time for Ellie Beatty, though, and happy weekend, everyone, it says. Not quite yet. Let's have a look. 4 to 4. Here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. M62 westbound, they've released the traffic 23 to 22 at Rishworth Moor following this earlier accident. All lanes are open. Still a big queue moving through, though. The M6 southbound 19 to 18, there's a breakdown there. One lane is shut in the roadworks. Further down, southbound 17 to 16. There's still this accident blocking one lane on the southbound side. And northbound 17 to 18, we've also got this accident between Sandbach and Holmes Chapel as well. The M6 northbound accident at 7 for Great Bar. All lanes are open but still really heavy. And then to the M5, we've got a big northbound queue from junction 3 up towards the M6, and southbound between 1 and 2 there's a breakdown in the roadworks which has closed a lane. The M25 clockwise, a big queue from 10 the A3, 16 for the M40. Across the top 23 to 25 is slow. Anti-clockwise 16 to 11 normal queues, M40 to Chertsey, but the queue into the Dartford Tunnel is 3, so it's back to the M20. And the M23 is solid both ways between 9 Gatwick Airport and the M25 following 2 accidents. And finally, A2 between Barham and Dover. The A2 is still closed between the A260 and the A256. Back with another one, half an hour.
Thank you. Now, as it's the longest day, listen to these. Sunset tonight, Glasgow at 10:06, in Derry, Londonderry 10:12. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Birmingham 9:34, and in Dover it's 9:14. That's late. Now the Turtles.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you, and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together.
Stay Together, that's the Turtles. Summer 2018, this is The Big Show. Thursday, 21st of June 2018, the longest day. Coming up in the cuts, Paul Whitehouse, Paul McCartney. Sport with Betty. There's Tim, there's Bobby, there's Adam, there's Janie. Our guests Anita and social media and factors all on The Big Show. This is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. The Home Secretary Sajid Javid has said the system for allowing EU nationals to stay in the UK after Brexit will be as simple as can reasonably be expected. He told a Lords committee that the aim would be to make decisions as quickly as possible and that those who'd been living here for 5 years or more would get settled status. Mr Javid said people would just be asked 3 simple questions using a form either online or via a smartphone app.
We'll be looking to grant status as quickly as we can. We will not be looking for excuses at all to try and not grant status. Of course not. It will be very sort of driven by your default view that you provide this information, and if you are not going to be granted status, there has to be a very good reason why you're not going to get that.
The Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt says the NHS must change to help prevent repeats of the Gosport War Memorial Hospital scandal. He said there was a long way to go to ensure staff didn't fear dismissal for blowing the whistle when they saw bad practice. A report on the murder of an Iraqi asylum seeker in Bristol has concluded that his death was the result of racism and had been entirely avoidable. A safeguarding review found that social workers and the NHS had not seen the threats made by Jeffrey Barry against Camille Ahmad as racist. Tony Murphy, the lawyer for Mr Ahmad's relatives, say they're calling for the resignation of Hayley Richards, who was in charge of Avon and Wiltshire Mental Health Trust.
The family believes strongly that the chief executive of Avon and Wiltshire NHS Partnership Trust must consider her position, because it was under her watch that these catastrophic failings occurred, with calamitous consequences for this family and for Camille.
A government minister has resigned in order to speak out against plans to build a third runway at Heathrow. Greg Hands had promised voters in Chelsea and Fulham that he would oppose the scheme. An Irish woman is to receive £1.5 million in damages to settle a claim that she was denied her legal right to travel overseas for an abortion. Her child was born with a severe disability after a genetic test wrongly indicated the baby wasn't affected. Chris Page reports.
An almost complete ban on abortion in the Irish Republic was written into the country's constitution until a referendum last month. But since 1992, women have had the constitutional right to go overseas to have terminations. The woman who took the legal action had intended to travel abroad for an abortion if a test showed her unborn child had a rare genetic condition. She was told the result was normal, but when her baby was born, it did have the severe disability. The woman sued 2 hospitals in Dublin, claiming her right to have a termination in another country had been denied.
A ScotRail train is to be named after a man who died last year from motor neurone disease. Gordon Aikman, who was 31, had raised £600,000 for research into the condition. BBC News at 4:03. Our next at 5.
Thank you. Up to Salford now to the Sports Centre. Let's join Betty Glover.
Thanks, Steve. And England's assistant manager, Steve Holland, may have accidentally hinted to England's starting lineup for their World Cup game against Panama on Sunday. He was seen holding training notes that indicated Raheem Sterling may be dropped from the bench. England's Trent Alexander-Arnold has said players aren't getting caught up in the media and they will fight for their positions until the manager names remains the team. Now, elsewhere it finished 1-1 between Denmark and Australia this afternoon. France v Peru is just getting underway now. Elsewhere in football, Manchester United have completed the signing of Brazilian midfielder Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk. He's agreed a 5-year deal. Meanwhile, Emre Can has finalised his move to Juventus from Liverpool on a 4-year deal. Now, Danny Cipriani will make his first England start in 10 years after being named at fly half for the third test against South Africa in Cape Town. In cricket, England are facing Australia in their fourth one-day international. A moment ago, the Aussies were 199 for 1 with 13 overs left. And finally, Britain's Carl Edmund has taken Nick Kyrgios to a third set. They are fighting for a place in the quarterfinals at Queen's Club.
Thank you.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. I want to spend my life with you. Say, sing, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. Never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together. Loving you weather times are good or bad, happy or sad. Just came to see you'd never do that to me, would you, baby? Being around you is all I see, is what I want to do. We ought to stay together. Loving you weather times are good, bad, happy or sad. Come on, let's stay together.
What about tomorrow morning? Vanessa, of course, at 5 a.m. and then at 6:30 it's Chris. Chris is joined by actor Rupert Everett, Pink Floyd's drummer and founder Nick Mason, and film director Trudy Styler. Also, there's live music from the Manics. All starts at 6:30 tomorrow.
What can I do for you?
OJ Borge.
I must admit, I get the feels when she says my name.
I do it so.
If you're listening right now, it means you're part of the Midnight Massive.
Hello.
It's free to enter. In fact, you'll write in.
Weeknights from midnight.
Oh, what's his name? Was married to Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, you know it. Oh, my brain's always fried at this time in the morning. You know his name. Something Martin. Chris. That'll do it.
Yeah!
What was your biggest fashion faux pas? For me, it was hair. I had bad haircuts. The epitome was when I walked into a barber's with a picture of Jason Donovan. I'd like a step, please, and curtains.
OJ Borge. Weeknights from midnight on BBC Radio 2.
Thank you.
BBC Radio 2.
Unmistakably Simple Minds. It's summer. Perfect. We got 4:12 now. Drivers planning to use the M5 this afternoon and for the rest of the week have been warned to expect delays as fans head to 4 nights of Ed Sheeran gigs. It says here, anyone planning to use the... I thought this is supposed to be showbiz. I'm doing Bobby's job here. Anyone planning to use the M4 and M5 around Bristol are advised to allow extra time and plan their journeys ahead, as Ed's playing the Principality Stadium in Cardiff from tonight until Sunday, with doors opening at 5 p.m. Brought to you as a public service. Rapper Akon says he's planning to release a new cryptocurrency named after himself called Acoin. We had Matthew and Chili talking about fishing earlier, and they're not the only ones casting their lines. Nice script. Our friends Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse have just started their Gone Fishing show, and that's over on BBC Two. And Paul told Sean over at Six Music it was weird to have two comedians together not being funny.
It was a bit alien to me. I found it quite difficult. Now, Robert, now sit down here. That's a nice pair of shorts you've got on. I'm just going to fill my pipe and I'll explain the rudiments of angling.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is the brown trout.
Thank you, guys. Mustafa Shakir has been talking about the second season of the Marvel series Luke Cage, which is set in New York. Mustafa plays a villain, Bushmaster in the series, but he's had an interesting answer when he was asked what he thinks the greatest threat to New York is.
I think it's too expensive. And, you know, New York has been notoriously a haven for artists and people who create trends and stuff like that. And those people are not always with fat pockets. So if you make it too expensive to be in a city, they can't be there. And so a lot of those great music venues have been sort of sterilized, and so you don't get that grassroots vibe.
Yeah, you heard Macca on with Joe and Simon last night talking about his forthcoming album, Egypt Station, and a new double A-side single, Come On To Me and I Don't Know. Macca had a chat with entertainment reporter also Matt Everett, and he said getting the legendary Memphis Horns to play on the record was a big deal.
It was one of those, like, if we're going to get brass, we should really go for the boys, you know, get serious. So I rang, I said, are they still working, you know? And they said, yeah, sure. So we were in LA, they came up to LA, we did a session with them, and they were great.
And here is Paul with Joe and Simon, and as we lead out of that, we're going to play I Don't Know, Paul McCartney.
Often, if it's something that's put you in a bad mood, the best way out of it is to write a song. We often used to say, you know, it's like going to a therapist or something. You know, you're telling someone all your troubles, but this time it's a piano or a guitar. So I don't really sort of plan those songs. They just come out of an experience. And then again, there's other songs that I'll sit down to write, and I'll think, okay, now I fancy, again, something's probably set it off. So, for instance, there's a song on the album called I Don't Know, and that came out of the sort of anxiety type thing. And I wrote away my cares by writing the song.
I got crows at my window, dogs at my door. I don't think I can take anymore. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. My brother told me life's not a pain. That was right when it started to rain. Where
on your digital radio. Six Music. Six Music.
Meltdown is a festival like no other. It's curated by a musician. The Lunatics really do take over this island. For a week and a half at least.
The idea behind Meltdown is that an artist curates a festival and put a sort of portrait of themselves.
These are the influences. These are the people who I think are going to be great. That's what it's all about. That's the essence of Meltdown. Meltdown Festival on BBC Radio 6 Music.
You'll hear from some of the past curators, directors, legends and vagabonds. Meltdown at 25.
Listen now on the BBC iPlayer radio app. 6 Music.
Here we are returning for Factoids. Tim Smith.
As you mentioned earlier, it is, of course, the summer solstice today. Yeah. Do you know where the word solstice comes from? I've only just found this. This is brilliant.
Well, it's to do with the sun.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's from the Latin word solstitium, which is from sol, sun, and stitium, to stop, because it seems as if the sun stops at the solstice.
Oh, that is brilliant. Here's Janie Lee Grace.
The letter W is the only letter in the alphabet that doesn't have one syllable. It has three.
When I was at school, the science teacher, Mr. Searle, he always used to pick me out. Not, he was nice, and I love science, but he used to say, "So what do you think about copper sulfate then?" "Right with a W." Little habits that teachers get into.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was very good copper sulfate, nice blue colour. The summer and winter solstices actually occur when the sun reaches its highest and lowest apparent positions in the sky. The word solstice, actually, as you say, is from sun and standing still. Everywhere above the Arctic Circle has 24 hours of sunlight on the day of the summer solstice. So if you go, up to Scandinavia,
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be 24 hours. It's going to be maybe there's going to be 2 hours of darkness.
Yeah, well, they're saying at the poles you get 24 hours of light.
Yeah.
But I have been in Scandinavia during summer, and it was light till about 3 a.m. I couldn't believe it. It's very bizarre.
Weird.
And you know what comes out during the light mornings?
No, what does?
Jellyfish.
Oh, have you seen those jellyfish in Spain?
Yeah, jellyfish in Spain, jellyfish also in Scandinavia this time of year.
Really?
Yeah, throbbing they are.
Oh, I've never seen a throbbing jellyfish in Scandinavia.
Well, you've got to look further. Here is Janie.
I haven't got any solstice factoids, but listen to this. A twillionaire is a Twitterer with 1 million or more followers.
Brilliant, that's made up.
Factoids.
Nervous laugh.
Stood by the ocean. I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand, but you brought me here, and I'm happy that you did, 'cause now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. I never went boating, don't get how they are floating, and sometimes I get so scared of what I can't understand. But here I am, next to you. The sky is more blue in Malibu, next to you in Malibu. Next to you, we watch the sun go down as we're walking. I'd spend the rest of my life just standing here talking. You explain the current as I just smile, hoping that you'll stay the same and nothing will change, and it'll be us just for a while. Do they even exist? That's when I make a wish to swim away with the fish, 'cause it's supposed to be this high all summer long. I never would have believed you with 3 sky is so blue in Malibu next to you.
All right, saw a headline earlier on in the newspaper and I thought, what's that all about? Travelling by train to and from work could be the secret to a healthy life, scientists say. And I'm thinking, no! More than half of rail commuters average about half an hour of exercise a day walking to and from the station. Yeah, that meets the government's daily exercise recommendation of 30 minutes of moderate aerobic activity such as a brisk stroll. 1 in 5 bus users also hits the target on their commute, the Imperial College in London study found. It said our study found public transport use is an effective way to incorporate physical activity into daily life.
Which all makes sense, of course, perfect sense. But then train delays, train cancellations, having to stand up during the journey, being jostled during the journey, maybe waiting outside a station for 20 minutes and nobody explaining what's going on. That's going to undo all the good work you've done with the exercise beforehand.
I think you're speaking for a lot of people there.
Yeah, I'd like to. You know me, I'm the voice of the people.
You are the voice of the very people.
Yep.
And here's the thing about buses. I was talking to my daughter the other day about buses and they still haven't taken up my idea. My idea is if you're going on a journey, say, of about 5 miles, say you're in a big city somewhere, wouldn't it be a good idea for the bus on the lower deck to have a coffee bar?
Would be quite a good idea, yeah, but not really very workable, I suppose.
You have breakfast?
Yeah, but okay, that's great, but you'd take up a lot of space doing that,
Well, I
wouldn't
think
you?
the thing is, at one time, you thought of bus journeys as being really quite short. You know,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, you'd think of a bus journey as 20 minutes max.
Absolutely.
It's just that now, if you've got to get across London or any big city, gosh, you sit in traffic, you can easily be on it for an hour and 10.
I know. So here's my idea, Janie. You could have some healthy drinks there as well.
Yeah.
And you have tea and coffee and maybe a few...
They're very packed, though. How are you not going to be jostling around with drinks?
No, I'm taking out the seats at the front on the
then
left.
you won't get as many people in.
I know, but, you know, you have them kind of stand around it like a bar.
Bus companies won't like that. Like a bar? What like on the upper deck of a 747?
People are standing...
I haven't got room for that. Why don't you start showing films on buses? Because it is a long journey, as Jenny says.
You're making me sneeze.
Put those little screens in the back of the seats.
All right. Well, you know, they do that on the coaches.
Yeah, but not do they? What, the little screens?
Well, sure, you've got some...
on long distance coaches.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've
got
got
Wi-Fi,
a loo.
got TV.
Yeah, well, I mean, on a very long distance coach, you do have a loo and a bit of a coffee
of course you
machine,
do.
don't you? But I
Yeah.
don't know about on the buses across cities.
Well, it might make TfL, for example, a bit of a profit. Like as if they need a profit.
Get less people on there. Why don't you bring back conductors?
Oh, you're not taking it seriously.
No.
The coffee we choose, by the way, reflects our political views. Said a poll of 1,500 adults. The US study found latte was favoured by 16% of liberals, but only 9% of conservatives who prefer plain, non-frothy coffee. Nonsense. I love that. World Cup then, match of the day live. Argentina v Croatia at 6:30. What else we got? We've done really mobiles in schools. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, taking away their mobiles in the mornings.
Well, surely they can't take them into classes, though. They must take them off them in classes.
Well, I don't know. I think some schools you've actually encouraged them to look at certain things on their mobiles, even in class.
okay, fair
which
enough.
is, but well, not really. It'd be just as easy to find another way of doing it, wouldn't it?
I mean, this is the thing the Culture Secretary is saying. All schools should bar pupils from using mobile phones.
I agree.
I know, and some people agree, some people violently disagree. Well, I say violently, not actually violently, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're on the big show.
White boy in town, big black, blue sound, nightclub, I paid in, I got a stamp on my skin, man, traction nearly dead on his feet, black man rhythm with a white boy beat, they got him on milk and alcohol, they got him on milk and alcohol, stay put, I wanna go. Hard work, bad show. More liquor, don't help. He's gonna die, breaks my heart. I decided eventually this ain't doing anything for me. They got him on milk and alcohol. Got him on milk and alcohol.
in his throat. Sorry, he's a doctor. Milk and alcohol, Dr. Feelgood. Wish our nephew Ellis Jones from Norton Cairns, Staffordshire, massive happy 10th birthday. Happy birthday on the longest day of the year. We're very proud of you. Love from Uncle Darren, Auntie Julie, Cousin Sophie, Jack and Josh, and not forgetting Barney the dog. 4:31 is Bobby.
Steve, thank you. M62 westbound still queues if you're heading towards Huddersfield from Rishworth Moor. On the westbound side, there was an accident. They held the traffic for about 20 minutes. So all those residual delays are still moving through, but all lanes definitely open for you. M6 on the southbound side, there was an accident between 19 and 18. That's still there, blocking one lane. Southbound accident 17 to 16, Stoke-on-Trent. They've cleared the carriageway, but it's still slow. And northbound, you've got queues as well. 17 to 18, there was an accident on the northbound side. So really, if you're heading down from Knutsford down to 16 on the southbound side, you're going to find it heavy for 3 different reasons. M5 on the southbound side, 1 to 2 down towards Birmingham. We've got a broken down vehicle still causing queues, and there's big northbound queues as well. If you're heading up from 3 on the M5 northbound towards the M6, you're going to find it slow all the way as well. M1 northbound, accident 12 to 13, still one lane shut. M25 is really busy tonight. Clockwise, solid from 10 the A3 through to 16 the M40. Across the top, it's busy in patches between 23 A1M to 25. Anti-clockwise, there's just been a breakdown between 25 and 24 for Potter's Bar. Then the back of the queue anti-clockwise is 17 Maple Cross to 11 at Chertsey. Another queue between 9 and 7 for the M23, and I think it's because of the problems on the M23, which I'll get to. But there's still a queue into the Dartford Tunnel, almost back to 4 at Orpington, but not quite. M23, southbound breakdown from 9 Gatwick Airport left, big southbound queues, all lanes are open. And then northbound, we've had an accident up towards the M25. They were holding the traffic, released it now, all lanes are open, but still a big queue from Gatwick as well. The A2 Dover, so if you're heading from Canterbury to Dover at Barham, that's where the closure's in. So the A2 Dover Road closed between the A260, which is the Denton turn-off, and the A256. They have put in sign diversions both ways. Give yourself an hour at least. And then problems for the M4. Now, I think it's Ed Sheeran's fault. Westbound, there's a gig, obviously, in Cardiff tonight, which means severe delays. If you're heading towards the second Severn crossing, that's the back of the queue through the tolls all the way to Cardiff. And then we've got M4 westbound queues all the way to the M48 from 18. So just be aware, westbound slow, eastbound it's heavy, and that's having a knock-on effect on all surrounding routes. Back with another one in half an hour.
Okay. Steve, good show. Can you say hello to Big Dave, who's currently driving a removal van back from Spain after helping his next-door neighbour move house? His co-driver is also called Steve and should be back tomorrow night, John in sunny Silverdale. That is such a long drive. Good afternoon, Stephen team. I've just gotten my car after a meeting in Woolwich and I'm now making my way very, very, very slowly to Kent. Can you give me a hello to keep me going? Thank you very much. That's from Julie. Talking to Sanita soon, 26 to 5 at Radio 2.
She's simply awesome. She dashed by me in painted on jeans, and all heads turned 'cause she was the queen. In the blink of an eye, I knew her number and her name. Yeah. She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame. In the room, and I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you can't ignore, I was in search of a good time, just running my game, yeah. Love was the furthest from my mind, yeah. Caribbean queen, give her a sharing the same dream. Don't want to stop our hearts, they're beating one. Ooh, no more love on the run. I love you, I need you. Caribbean queen, give her a sharing the same dream. Don't want to stop our hearts, they're beating one. Ooh, yeah, no more love on the run. Now we're sharing the same dream. And our hearts, they're beating one. Oh, lady, my baby. No more love on the run. Caribbean queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. And our hearts, they're beating one. Oh, lady, my baby. No more love on the run.
Sarah Cox.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Monday to Thursday nights from 10.
Nice man ripping up the decking today. I did get a little bit Mrs. Doyle though. Do you want a brew? Do you want a brew? Go on, do you want a little brew? Do you want an apple?
Sarah Cox.
Decking, luxury holiday home for rats. The dogs have been sniffing around for months, so I know there's been something under there. I was hoping for unicorns. Carl from Leeds says I'm going to took up our decking. All I found was a spoon and half a £10 note. Quite disappointed the bank wouldn't swap it for a £5, to be honest. No, Carl, it doesn't work like that.
Sarah Cox.
Did I mention there's some fabulous music?
Monday to Thursday nights from 10.
BBC Radio 2.
BBC Radio 2. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Keep forgetting about that bit.
Your head back. Throw your head back. Throw your head back.
Open your heart, open wide. Don't be afraid, no need to hide. Everyone here is on your side. So throw your head back and shine with pride. Shine with pride. Shine with pride. Mother, father, it's okay. Don't you worry, we wanna be this way. Brothers, sisters, try to understand. We're all part of the master plan. Open your heart, open wide. Don't be afraid, no need to hide. Everyone here is on your side. So throw your head back and shine with pride. 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 Let your hearts sing with me. Celebrate, babies, we are free. He, she, me, non-binary. We can be who we want to be. Your sexuality is your mystery. Your identity should be with he that loves you just the way you are. So twinkle, twinkle, little star. Lesbian, queer, or teddy bear. Who you sleep with, I don't care. Gay, bi, cougar, Romeo. Celibate, monogamous, or just don't know. Open your heart, open wide. Don't be afraid, no need to hide. Everyone here is on your side. So throw your head back and shine with pride. Shine with pride.
That is Shine with Pride, and it's a new single, and it's Sunita, and Sunita is with us now. My goodness. First of all, I haven't seen you forever and a day, so everything all right? Okay.
Yeah, really good.
How's your little dog? What's your dog's name?
Her name is Scarlett.
Okay, and
She's
what
the
is
best. Well, now she'd be called a poo because it's always cavapoo, cockapoo, and all of this.
She's a poo?
Yeah.
That's a breed, isn't it?
And how long did it take you to train her up?
I didn't train her.
Oh.
She just knows how to do everything. They're the smartest dogs ever.
What kind of stuff does she do then?
She sort of dances on her back legs when she wants something, kind of does this begging little dance.
Tim does that.
Yeah, no training
she
at
does
all.
it better than Tim.
I bet she does. Not difficult.
Because Tim eats in his bowl.
Yes.
And does she eat in a bowl?
She eats in a bowl.
Yeah.
She doesn't just eat everything.
And she's fully potty trained and everything?
From the night I brought her home when she was sitting in my
It's
hand like a
amazing.
little teacup. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were thinking of some of your songs the other day. So Macho, I sometimes play on the Serious Jockin', obviously. And then we've got Toy Boy, GTO, Cross My Broken Heart. And you did the cover, didn't you, of it? Right back to where we started from. That's brilliant.
We should have done that as a duet.
No, I don't think so. So answer me this. You kind of had a break from singing. Why?
It was that Simon Cowell.
Oh, don't start in with him.
Yeah, it was all his
did he
fault.
do?
You know, he had bigger fish to fry. Zig and Zag, the Teletubbies, and they all kind of eclipsed me.
With Zig and Zag?
With Zig and Zag. And what were the other ones? The Power Rangers?
Oh, yeah, Power Rangers.
I needed to be a cartoon.
And the two lads as well.
Robson and Jerome.
They were the real people.
How long have you known Simon? That's quite an interesting kind of relationship.
See, I'm 33 now,
Yes.
so...
Aren't we all?
It must be like 30-something years.
And we won't dwell on talking about Simon, but we've all known Simon for a long, long time before he was famous.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, are you kidding me? I get off in America, off the plane, and there's a big poster of him, and I'm thinking, really?
Crazy, right?
But I think we all knew it.
Destined.
Go up there and
Yeah.
destined for it.
Yeah.
Now, the single we just heard is called Shine with Pride. It's the first time since the 1990s that you've written and recorded original songs. There's an album to follow, I know that.
Yeah.
And that is a special single for why, you explain.
Well, it's the LGBT anthem of 2018, so it's been made in partnership with Pride.
And the song is a song that who wrote?
Well,
you
I wrote the lyrics and Martin Weiswald wrote the music.
Did it come easy to you? Was it easy to write?
Yeah, it kind of just sort of flowed. It was what I wanted to say at the time. At the moment, there's a lot of talk about inclusivity and diversity, and it put all those elements together. And you know, I'm godmother of Pride. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but I do now.
And I always try to bring a message, but usually I'm using like my old material to do it.
Will you continue writing songs and putting songs out? I mean, you've got an album coming out,
Yeah.
and you're kind of back on track with it? Or?
Do you know what? I think it is. I think I've got right back to where I started from. See what I did
what
there?
she did there. Yes. No, but how's it got you kind of going again, really?
Do you know what? I performed at a conference in Belfast. And I loved it so much, being on stage. I had my dancers, I had the costumes, and I thought, this is what I really love. I was so happy, so at home.
We're going to take a break and then we're going to come back with Sunita. Don't go away. The single is Shine with Pride. What do you fancy? Can we play like a couple of old stuff?
Yes, please.
What do you fancy?
What should we do? Should we do right back where we started from?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, hang on.
And so Macho, can we do a little bit of that?
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
All right,
Let's
don't
dedicate
load it
that
up
one
too
to
much.
Steve.
I've got to find these.
Oh, sorry.
Also, Time of Pride is actually released tomorrow.
Well, thank you for that. And here come those songs. We're right back with Sunita.
Yay!
Where we started from.
See, it feels like summer now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does now. You're here.
Do you remember that day?
her songs. Sunita is here, by the way. Sunita's been working on another project. She's got an autobiography on the way. It's titled Who Put the Sin in Sunita?
See what I did there?
Yeah, I do. Question mark. And she promises that it's juicy and that everyone should be worried.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. It's a VOOC. That's a visual book, and it's coming out as a set of short film clips of Sunita telling her life story.
Yeah.
Episodes will be available exclusively from Sunita's website from tomorrow. Does that mean there'll be a book as well? Talk me through all that.
Yeah, then there can be a physical book afterwards, because what happened is I made these videos and then I realised, because obviously I'm telling the stories, that I was also simultaneously making an audio track. So we can do an audio book and then we can transcribe that into a hard copy book as well. And you don't want to upset people, but also you don't want to necessarily really protect people who
treated you badly.
Yeah, I think that my image was very much Little Miss Sunshine. Well, Pete Waterman used to say I was the Black Shirley Temple, which I found really insulting because I wanted to be sexy.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that I was supposed to be upbeat and jolly, and largely I was, but I think that made it even more shocking or disturbing when sometimes people were really mean or inappropriate, because I'm the Black Shirley Temple. You can't do that to me.
Yeah.
And I'm a mom now as well. You know, I adopted 2 babies. Well, they're bigger than me now. But you start to look at things that maybe you kind of just sort of shrugged off at the time, and you sort of go, actually, if someone did that to my kid now,
Yeah.
I'd be very unhappy about it.
And this comes out, as we say, as a set of film clips. They'll come out gradually, will they?
Yes, so we're going to sort of do part 1s and part 2s to the stories, and you go onto the website, and actually you join the website, and then you can just watch the videos at will.
What about, you were doing the X Factor, right? And, you know, so will you be going back and doing some more television, some more judging, or some more whatevers?
Yes, I'd like to. I'd like to continue with all of it, because it's really weird. You kind of think that by now you'd be, I don't know, old, yeah. Now I feel like actually I just want to continue, I want to do more. But it's nice to be performing again, because I've done a lot of behind the scenes and developing. But I have to admit, Steve, I did like being on that stage.
But here's the thing about you. Somehow you never went away. Somehow you've been around and about.
Yeah, I think it's because, remember, I started in musical theatre because I was doing Mutiny on the Bounty and Cats and Little Shop of Horrors, all of that. Then went into music, children's television, reality TV, and sort of back again. So even though it's the first single in 27 years...
Yeah. You've been around and about doing different stuff. Yeah. Well, Sunita's new single, Shine With Pride, is released tomorrow, Friday the 22nd of June, and episodes of her autobiographical VOOC, Who Put the Sin in Sunita, will be available to download from tomorrow. And good to see you again. Good luck with it all. And it was Sunita, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Sunita!
Took you like a shot, thought that I could chase you with a cold evening. Let a couple years water down how I'm feeling about you. And every time we talk, every single word builds up to this moment. And I gotta convince myself I don't want it, even though I do. You could break my heart in two, but when it heals it beats for you. I know it's forward but it's true. I wanna hold you when I'm not supposed to, when I'm lying close to someone else. You're stuck in my head and I can get you out of it. If I could do it all again, I know I'd go back to you. Got it right, playing and replaying old conversations, overthinking every word, and I hate it cause it's not me. And what's the point of hiding? Everybody knows we got unfinished business, and I'll regret it if I didn't say this isn't what it could be. You could break my heart in two, but when it heals it beats for you. I know it's forward but it's true. I wanna hold you when I'm not supposed to, when I'm lying close to someone else. You're stuck in my head and I can get you out of it. If I could do it all again, I know I'd go back to you. I know I'd go back. my heart in two. But when it heals, it beats for you. I know it's forward, but it's true. Won't lie, I'd go back to you. You know my thoughts are running loose. It's just a thing you make me do. And I could fight, but what's the use? I know I'd go back to you. I wanna hold you when I'm not supposed to. When I'm lying close to someone else. You're in my head and I can get you.
Oh, that was good. And we've got 8 to 5 now at Radio 2.
I know I'd go back to you.
Selena Gomez. Joe and Simon after 5. Bob Harris Country at 8. Johnny Walker meets Blondie. Debbie Harry and Chris Stein. Talk to Johnny. Sarah Cox, of course, at 10. OJ Borge. At midnight, then it's the Craig Charles House Party. Steve loving the music. It's keeping my mum sane as we're stuck in an exceedingly slow queue of traffic in Monmouth on our way to see Ed Sheeran. You're going to hear a lot of those, I'm afraid, in Cardiff. Please give us a mention. That's Charlotte, 13 years old.
Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Boatman.
Cheers, Charlotte.
Wait, hey, Mr. Boatman. Mr. Boatman, look and see. Oh, yeah. Please, Mr. Boatman. Oh, yeah. There must be some word today, yeah, from my boyfriend who's so far away. Please, Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter for me? I've been standing here waiting, Mr. Postman, so patiently. For just a card, for just a letter. Say he needs returning home to me. Please, Mr. Postman. Oh, yeah. Please, Mr. Postman. Oh, yeah. So many days you passed me by. You saw the tears standing in my eyes. You wouldn't stop to make me feel better by leaving me a card or a letter. Please, Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter, oh yeah, in your bag for me? You know it's been so long. Yes, since I heard from this boyfriend of mine. You better wait a minute. Oh, you better wait a minute. Please, Mr. Postman. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Please check and see.
Oh, that's great. Marvelettes. Please, Mr. Postman.
Wait a minute.
Just leave me a lot of those elastic bands.
Wait a minute. Please, Mr. Postman.
What's on TV.com in News from the Net says Poirot ditches moustache. No! Are you mad? Agatha Christie's detective will be without his trademark black moustache in a new BBC One adaptation with a grey goatee instead. I'm not sure. I was watching May Gray last night. That's very good, isn't it, buddy? You see that? Collider.com, Jamie Bell set for a major role in Elton musical. Elton John's longtime collaborator Bernie Taupin will be played by Jamie Bell in a partially biographical Rocket Man when production begins later on in the year. Now you're up to date. Let's update the traffic with Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, Glasgow M8 on the eastbound side, 20 to 24 to 20 because of a breakdown earlier near the Kingston Bridge. We've got queues back to Helen Street. It is only just about moving, but all lanes are open. M6 northbound, 34 Lancaster, an accident. We've got one lane shut and there's queues on the approach. M6 now both ways. You're going to find some pretty hefty queues between 16 and 19. There've been a number of breakdowns and accidents. They're cleared out of the way now, but if you're heading away from Knutsford or towards it, expected to be slow. A50 westbound blocked completely between the A522 at Uttoxeter and the A521 up to the Blythe Bridge roundabout, an overturned lorry there. And then we've got the A2 in Dover. If you're heading towards Dover from Barham or back the other way, it's closed completely, the A2, between the A260 at Denton and the A256. That's still shut. And there's finally big queues on the M4 westbound from Bath all the way to Cardiff. We think it's because of Ed Sheeran concert traffic. Back with another one. Half an hour. Don't want to blame him.
No.
Back in half an hour.
Okay.
Slowly of our mind.
Thank you.
Diplomatic ravaged by time. It never really was the truth or lies. We just gave up and said our goodbyes. So hold me like a heaven. I want some faith and wanna be forgiven. I wanna feel your divine intervention. So hold me. So hold me like I'm lost in your heaven. What is the future of the future? When memory fades and gets bodied up, all the ties that bind have come undone. Seconds of hate, tiny screams of love. So hold me like a heaven. I want some faith and wanna be forgiven. I wanna feel your divine intervention. So hold me.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening. This is Radio 2 in Great Britain. Patrick Ness with JNS. Coming up after the news, there's Life Hacks also, End of Days and a confession. And we return tomorrow with Serious Jockin'. That's with no G. Good evening.